Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, you're on the panel this evening for this show between 9 and 10. Is the one and only Bridge. How we doing, Bridge?
Oh, good evening to you, Oxchair. Good evening. Massive good evening to you.
Stop you laughing.
Sorry. Huge good evening to you, and a big good evening to all the boys in the lobby, and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening, and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Here, everybody out there. I hope everybody's doing all right. I believe we've got a wee market going on there. Your WhatsApp, people are swapping stuff. 4 loo rolls gets you a bottle of Prosecco. Is this true?
Very good. I haven't seen that one yet, but it could be true. It could be.
Paul Fox has took it well, isn't he? He's right on the ball.
He knows what he's doing. He's a wise guy, a Foxy boy. Wise guy.
He remembers the rationing. That's how.
Well, you know, he may do, in fact. He may do. I had a vague memory. I said this to you before, and someone mentioned it. I've got a vague memory of seeing a ration book or a ration card. And it may have only been for one shop or something like that. But I remember you had to go in and get it sort of ticked off or something. Something like that, anyway. I was only a wee kid at the time.
Aye. Well, hopefully things don't go that bad. But listen, on in all seriousness, everybody out there, I hope everybody's keep well. And everybody keep safe, and let's try and look after each other, particularly in the Rangers family.
Oh, aye, absolutely.
I got a wee message here. We think that Ronnie Bell might have went in for his a hip hop.
Is that right?
A hip hop,
not hip hop. Well, can I wish Ronnie all the best? I know I'm having had a hip operation, so a replacement. I know what it's like, how difficult it can be, and so on. So I just wish him all the best, and I just hope everything goes well for him. And how can you say? I'm supposed to be getting for an operation myself, and it's been cancelled. So it's really, really difficult for everybody who's waiting to get these things done. So I'm pleased he's got in, and he gets it done before anything else strikes the hospitals that were about.
If that is the case, but Ronnie, doesn't matter what you've got, we're all still thinking you, and that goes for everybody out there.
Indeed.
In these difficult times, all my thoughts are for everybody at Rangers Radio. So, Bridgeman, I don't want to get your blood pressure up, right?
Go on then.
But I like a bit of fairness, balance and equality. Would that be fair?
Yes, of course. That's exactly what we all want. That.
Yes. So when we give somebody a job, we give him a job with merit. We give him a job thinking he's the best person for the job. Regardless of potentially creed, religion, or race. We employ them to work for our club, to understand our club, and do the best for our club. And some of the stuff I've read in the last 48 hours, just totally a character assassination of a guy who they don't even know.
Yeah. Just it's out and out disgraceful, isn't it? It's probably par for the course for them, and they're obviously they want to do an assassination number on him. That's what they want to do. They want to kill his reputation before he's even made a reputation in football, and that's what he wants. But the guy said he's not doing. There's no criminal act. He's not killed anyone. He's no been done for child molestation or anything like that. There's nothing like that. He's not getting like that.
That would have been the biggest story in Scottish football, and people should be getting their teeth in it, shouldn't it?
Agreed. But all I'm saying is that the chap has come. He's got a job with the Rangers. He's come from a PR job, what he had before, or a communications job he had before, and he's now coming over to the Rangers. And he's an out-and-out Ranger. He makes no bones about it. He's got his own pastimes, his own hobbies. And everybody, the same as everybody else in the world, have got their own likes and dislikes and their own pastimes. So good luck to the guy. I welcome him to Rangers. And for me, if he's a Rangers fan, he's one of the Bears. It's as simple as that. Let's get in there. Let's support him and get him in beside the Rangers people. That's all I want.
Yeah, mate. And we're a club. We're a club for everybody and anybody. But we still have a right to employ who we think is the best person for the job, Bridge.
100%. No arguments at all from, I would suggest, from anyone other than the people who are doing this malicious storytelling.
Mhm.
And by the way, they may not be storytelling per se. They're just writing what's the truth, but it's their idea of how they put it all together to make it into a story. That's what kills everybody.
The guy's entitled to his cultural and his beliefs, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. No problems at all. No problem at all.
When you look back, we're rivals were across the city, and you look back, their managers going back to 2000. What have they all got in common?
Well, they're all nearly all of a one persuasion. Nearly all that we know of, right?
They are, and they're all for the one part of the world.
In fact, if my memory serves me right, some of them were born and bred and brought up as Celtic fans, truth be told.
Yes. So there's a diversity and equality there.
Exactly. No, they're the same as us. They're just certain, shall we say, certain newspapers or people within newspapers have got a different opinion when they see that. They kind of see the commonality there. They kind of see that someone has got a job. Doesn't matter who they're working for. There's their job. And all they want to do is or write about or bring the guy down and kill any potential with the guy. All the rest of it, it's the same. I have to say this, it's been the same since Rangers came back in or were brought back into the SPFL or the Premiership. And for 3 years, it's been non-stop. Absolutely non-stop. And it was pretty bad during the bad years. But it's been pretty non-stop. The attacks on Rangers, all they need is write a bad story about Rangers, and that's it. That gets their circulation up. That's all they're interested in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, there's a lot of stuff written about, and the media about a lot of different things. But I suppose the biggest talking point today in Scottish football has been the Hearts story, Bridge.
Well, isn't that tragic? This is a club that wanted their wanted a new stand, and did we not go and play in this for this new stand to give them the extra capacity for it? Or they based the stand that based on extra Rangers supporters coming along. I just don't know what Hearts want or what they wanted. They've got fans who are putting a lot of money in, a group of fans putting a lot of money every month. Something's happening at that club, and I don't know whether they're still trying to pay off people like Craig Levein and his assistant manager. I just don't know what's going on with them. But there's something serious going on, because if they're going to have to cut down by 50% and giving them a choice, you could take a 50% drop in wages, or there's a termination contract. Cheerio. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's serious stuff.
I'll tell you now, Bridge, it wouldn't be a good time this now to take a free transfer in football, would it?
No. I think some of the boys in the lobby here have mentioned like Naismith. You might find Naismith gets out before things get too bad, but he's just signed a contract, hasn't he? So yeah, this is kind of thing that could happen. The better players, like happened to us during their troubles, the better players decided they wanted to leave, and they got the opportunity. That just might be what happened with the better players. I'm not saying they're going to automatically get somewhere, but they're going to have to go through a lot of pain. If they drop a 50% salary, chances are they'll never get back up again. I don't mean relegation. I mean their salary might never get back up again. This might just be a drop in salary so that the players won't take the big drop if they get relegated. That's what I believe sincerely.
Yeah, you could be right there, mate. You could be right. But, it'll be interesting to see what people are thinking out there. It didn't take long, did it, Bridge? We're talking about 10 days without football. Is that right? I mean, obviously, we had a game last Thursday, so we're only 6 days, but for the rest of the league, it's 10 days without football. It's
like, I remember from the Rangers chat time, and Ian had a great way of putting things when they decided to bring the leagues together when Rangers were in the 3rd division and they couldn't cope. What Ian said was they couldn't last 4 months. So by November of 2012, I think it was, by November of 2012, they started to reorganise the league, and they brought all the leagues together. So you had the SFL and you had the SPL, and they brought the two together because they couldn't do without Rangers money coming through. That's the truth. Ian was absolutely right. And as our good friend Boswell the Bear turns around and says, we refinance the whole of Scottish football or the lower leagues of Scottish football, and they get nothing. You know, the clubs in the SPL, I've never got a sniffy it, not a halfpenny, and that really gripped them, I'll tell you that. And that's why that happened, I'm sure it is. That's why it happened, so they can get their, shall we say, the power over Rangers. But the chances of Rangers doing anything at that time, the club player-wise was decimated, and we were quite a poor outfit, really. Although we were winning the league, we were still quite a poor outfit, so...
Aye.
But look where we are now, boy. Look where we are now.
Yeah. I was 16 in Europe, playing decent sides, mate, competing. No, obviously it wasn't a great result last Thursday, but I've seen a lot of positives in the performance.
Yeah, I've got a big round of applause for our club and our team. They've come up against a really good outfit who knew how to play football, kept the ball tight, and whenever they released the ball from defence, it was nearly always a nice 25 to 30 yard, maybe more of a pass across the way, just to stretch us, you know. I thought they were a really good team. One of the best teams I've ever seen at Ibrox, to be honest, the way they played. Superb. 2 great goals they scored. 2 great goals.
They were a nice side, mate. Nice side. You know, sometimes you've just got to doff your cap, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you got to see it. We came up against somebody we just... look, miracles can happen sometimes, and I don't think we're going to get a miracle, but you just never know. You just never know. Score one over there, be the first to score a goal over there, and anything can happen. But we couldn't do it at Ibrox, so what can we say? I'm a great fan, as you know, Oxia. I'm a great fan of VAR, and I think VAR should be in a big way. Anything electronic that will help us, because in my opinion, we're the biggest victims in the whole of the SPL. In my opinion, we get the worst decisions against us. We get the poorest referees. So anything electronic that would help the referee or the independent part of it to make the decision, I'm happy with. And I agree.
Is that because you're going to subcontract the VAR out and use your telly?
But you know what I'm meaning. There's some of the decisions that have been against Rangers have been absolutely dreadful, really terrible. So I'm looking for VAR to take over and do quite a lot. Now they might not start off doing quite a lot, but they might end up doing it. You know, so there'll be some major decisions that definitely. For instance, when we played them in the League Cup final,
that was the biggest shocker of the season.
Yeah,
goal offside.
So I think we'd have got away with that. But don't get me wrong, we'll get caught, same as we got caught against them last Thursday. You can't do that.
Did anybody come on here and complain?
No. Everybody knew it. You know.
You know, they were willing to say it was the right decision. All right, the linesman and the referee missed it, but VAR was there, so we lost a penalty kick. I didn't like it at the time, but I can't remember anybody on the show complaining. We accepted the right decision.
Yes, I think so, and I think Rangers fans are, apart from we're all really crazy about
our
team.
We're all for justice,
yes,
equality, and sporting integrity, mate.
Everybody could see what happened, and the 2 goals that they did score were brilliant. The penalty they took was outstanding by probably one of the best players in Europe at the moment. I can't even remember the boy's name, but my goodness, he was our captain. Wonderful player. What a player. Absolutely brilliant.
He's a young boy, you know.
That's what I'm saying. He's only 20 or something like that. For God's sake, you know.
He's with myself.
Well said, Oxtia. Well said.
Right,
we know you're a liar, but well said.
How can you say that? Right, so people want to join us. These are thoughts. What's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
You think that Fox will be talking to me yet?
I think so. Bring him in.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. I mean, he's a terrible man for holding on to a grudge, mate, you know. Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. Or you'll be brought into the call with Technical Terry, my close personal friend, Mr. Fox.
Can you leave me out? I'm catching up on my telly shows, mate. I've just found out that Jack Walker's died in Coronation Street, so I've got a long way to go.
Oh, Foxy, brilliant, pal. Brilliant.
Jack Walker?
Aye, I used to own the Rovers Return. He's just died here. It's just turned. I'm on to the 1970s, so I've got a few years to catch up with.
And by the way, if you pause it there, your clobber will match.
Well, that's true.
You'll be a dedicated follower of fashion of those days, Foxy boy. You'll fit right in.
How we doing, Mr. Fox?
Oh,
He's kidding on his own mute. Come on.
Shocker, isn't he? A shocker.
I'm doing fine, pal. Just can't move in this house for toilet rolls.
And I'm hearing you can swap 2 toilet rolls for a bottle of Smirnoff. Is this right?
Well, I've got enough Smirnoff to swap for more toilet rolls, pal.
The world's went mad. The world's went mad. You missed the football, son?
Oh, aye, everybody else. It's not just the football, it's sport in general. I like my racing and I like catching up in other sports, but as I say, when you have to delve into series you've not seen before, like Coronation Street, you know you're in a bad way, mate.
What have you made of this onslaught? I'll use the word onslaught, an unwarranted onslaught on my new PR chief, mate. I think it's been ridiculous, mate, personally.
Well, we did say everyone and anyone, but it appears to be everyone and anyone that the press don't like, mate. I think the man's a very stable gentleman. He has faith in what he does. He's been an aid helping the DUP, I take it. He's a member of the Orange Lodge, which of course is one of the greatest beneficiaries to charity in this country. Although people try and demonise him, I think that's totally wrong. And I think they should leave the man to do his job and stop bringing his faith and beliefs into it.
They shouldn't bring anybody's faith into it. That's what they've been going on to us for years about. Sorry, pal.
Here. I totally agree. Well said, Mr. Fox. Did you write that down? Did you read that off a script or was that off the cuff?
You got it for Ann Budge, I think.
I heard that Jack Walker saying it in Coronation Street, mate.
And what have you made of the investment coming in, Fox? Obviously, we've not heard from you, mate. You've been quiet. I don't know why.
It's been promised for a wee while. I'm very, very glad that it's a Rangers supporter who's putting money into the club and not just taking money for the sake of it. I think that would have shot down all the beliefs of the support for all the efforts they made to get Rangers men in charge yet to suddenly throw it away at the first sight of money. So good luck to the boy coming in. I can't remember his name off the cuff, but good luck to him and I hope he enjoys his participation in helping Glasgow Rangers.
Yeah, mate. Gibson, innit? Gibson's his son, isn't it? Hi. We've been joined by Smurf. Evening, Smurf.
Hi, good evening, Ox. Good evening, everybody.
Smurf. How are you doing, Smurf?
Mate.
All right?
Aye, no bad. No working,
well?
so...
Are you keeping well?
I am keeping well, but I've been told that I might be getting put into lockdown. But as a precautionary thing, no me, a number of people where I'm working might be getting, because of the communal living in that, So, aye, but no, fabulous.
You fancied a bit of that, Fox, didn't you, back in the day, the communal living? Oh, hippies and that.
Spent many a year sharing a flat with a load of people, mate. One of the best times of my life.
Yeah, you loved it, mate.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind, Smurf?
Well, like you were saying there about, people having the right of their own expression and their whatever persuasion they are, whether it be their sexual persuasion, their religious beliefs, anything. I think there's, in certain quarters and in certain outlets and maybe even certain clubs, I've gone backwards in my estimation. What you've got coming from the other side of the city, you know, they've really gone down in my estimation and gone backwards as an institution. I mean, way back in the 60s when our own Fox was living communally, you had Jock Stein, you know, grew up a Rangers supporter, a Protestant, a Freemason as well. They didn't have a problem with him then, did they? You know?
No. I mean, they've got their problems, and I just feel that the attack on the guy done unwarranted, done and total. The guy, what we've seen in the wording he's seen, is he done wrong?
Nothing. He's just accepted a job offer, as is his want. You know, he's entitled to apply for that position if he's the best man for the job. You know, what's the
best person for the job? I think Fox's particular favourite was Sonia O'Neill for the ladies' team.
Right, got you. I'm probably with Fox on that.
Right, that's Fox's. He fancied her for that job, but we're a club all inclusive now, Bridgeman, and Rangers for everyone and anyone. And if
absolutely.
And if we were happy to have one of our own, so what?
No, well, you know, the Rangers have come out with that, and they've been running with that for a while now. Everyone and anyone, fairness for all. I don't have a problem. I'm no interested, to be honest. I think it'd be when you look at it, you say, well, the ex-Rangers supporters, well, that can't be wrong for us, for the Rangers fans. So they're good enough to do the job. They've been selected for it, and I take it they're going to get a tidy salary into the bargain. I don't mean this guy that's coming across. I just mean the young lad from Northern Ireland. So if it's good enough for that mob across the city to go and get, shall we say, 3 managers from Northern Ireland, so that must be okay for us as well. Surely we can go and get someone from Northern Ireland. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong.
Best qualified man for the job.
Well,
best qualified person.
That's a good point.
Stand corrected. Well said, that man.
Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see, because it'll probably be the next season before you actually start to see and hear what he's doing and how he's going to cope, because it's a big mad world at the moment with the Rangers. So I don't know. I don't want to listen to the phone-ins anymore. They used to be quite rabid, you know. Sometimes I dare say it's still the same. I dare say you get quite a few coming on, and all they want to do is, I'm a Celtic fan, but I want to talk about Rangers, and it's all negative and bad stuff, you know.
Well, we were having a phone in here, which is beyond me, but there you go. Thanks for your support there, Smith, and what we're trying to say here, because look, the guy's come in and he's done nothing wrong. He's been entitled to go on with doing his job, and I wish him personally all the best. And I've seen a change in the tone in 2 days, or maybe 3 days now. The press releases for the club, we've seen a change in the tone, in my opinion. Stuart Robinson and the manager, we've seen slight change in tone, and I hope it continues. No, I'm not saying we want to go to war with everybody, because that's not what I'm saying. But if you've got a point of view to make and you make it forcefully, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think Ox, ultimately, as has been well documented, we're a club for everyone and anyone, but we are espousing nothing more than common decency. You know, there's nothing radical about that. There's you know, it's a man who's of a certain ethnic background, who has his own religious beliefs, who has his own morals and his own dogmas. He's entitled to those. We employ that guy for a specific function based on his expertise in that field. What's the issue?
And people would also understand him, because his background he understands the club, and he understands the vast majority of the support.
Absolutely, and he also understands the disconnect with the with people or other institutions, and he could maybe bridge those gaps. He could go do a lot to bring us closer together and resolve any issues.
No,
and
you're not allowed. 2 metres, mate. 2 metres.
2 metres.
We've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Good evening there, mate. How are you?
Who's this, mate? What's your name?
It's Shuggy.
Oh, Shuggy, you
Shuggy
alright,
McElroy. I know bad, pal, yourself.
Oh, you alright, mate? Alright. We had your brother on last night.
Alright, aye. Well,
The
you got the
handsome
best
one.
looking one tonight.
Handsome one.
It's a handsome one tonight, aye.
And he says you got the looks and the money, Shug. Is this true?
Well, I don't know about the money, right enough, you know what I mean? But, I've got the looks. I've definitely got that.
Love it.
They say you're like twins, Danny DeVito and Arnie. Is that right?
Oh, no, I'm a wee bit more like Chubby Brown myself.
Chubby Brown.
What's on your mind, mate?
I'm just glad that we've took somebody on of our culture, and I think it's getting up their nose a wee bit.
I think you put it. I think that's a simpler way of saying some of the things we're off on, mate. I think that we've employed somebody who we're entitled to employ, and it's rattled cages, and people got upset for no reason because it's none of their business.
Well, do we really care? Do we really care what they think?
No, but it's just that some people get caught up in what they read in the media. I don't get caught up in the media, but I have to read it because Fox makes me read it because we come on the show.
Aye, well, somebody's got to make you do something, eh?
Aye. You're right, mate. You're right.
Listen up, sir. I want to ask you a favour after the show. Can you just give us a quick ring back, mate, please? Because I want to just discuss something with you, like.
Aye, no problem. We can ring you back after the show, mate. Hi. Listen, before we go any further, I'm scared.
Oh, don't worry, mate. I'm only a penny behind you, pal. Don't worry about that.
No, of course we will. We'll give you a ring back after 10 o'clock. Is that all right?
Aye, that's in, man. That's great.
All right. Listen, it's always a pleasure, mate. And by the way, this time you look after yourself, eh?
You too, mate. You too. Thanks very much.
All right. Catch you soon, bro.
Cheers, Shuggy.
Catch you soon, brother. Cheers now. Take care, boys.
I think you put it spot on there, Smurf. It's got people's noses for no reason.
Not exactly. I mean, let's move on. It's just somebody of our own culture, an Ulster Scot, coming to work for a great institution that, let's face it, none of us would turn the opportunity to work down to work for for this institution, and he's got the requisite skill set, expertise. What's the issue? What is the issue? There isn't one, unless they make it one, and that's what's happening.
I think it's just a press bit smart. I think it's
an agenda. It's an agenda. Yeah, it's a press-driven agenda.
Somewhere along the line, it's of course, if it's a Daily Record, you could say they're really influenced by other people and for other reasons. But apparently, I don't know who it was that wrote it, but it's in the Sun, as far as I'm led to believe. So, in fact, it could be the Record and the Sun. But it doesn't matter. You'll end up with all the papers. They'll take their turn and they'll just diss the guy and they'll bring him down or try to bring him down. But I agree with everything you've said. As far as I'm concerned, he's a guy applied for a job. He's been offered the job. And he fits the bill, and we are a club that's for everyone and anyone. That's what we want. We don't care who they are, we don't care what background they've got. So there you go. That's as far as I'm concerned. So we look at the way our players are and the amount of players that we've got. We don't care if they're what their ethnicity is. We don't care what their religion is. They're playing football for the Glasgow Rangers, and that's us. That's what we do. That's the way I look at it anyway.
Well said, Bridge. Right, so we've said our bit. We want to move on. So people want to join us. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us Skype at Rangers Radio brought on online. Will you be brought into the call by Technical Terry? Fox is busy with his 300 box set on Coronation Street. Fox, he's still there. I've had a message for you.
Go ahead.
It's for CC. He says you still like Nelsie Tanner. That's for CC.
Aye, her and wee Minnie are still swallowing away in the corner, mate.
All right, good on you, mate.
Jeez.
Tell you what, that CC must be a lot older than me. So.
Can I come in with something, Ox, yeah?
Yes, mate, you can do it, mate.
Just something that I don't know whether people are interested in these things, but maybe some statistics of discipline in football. And based on the stories that went round for the last, since the beginning of the season, our Mr. Morelos has got a really bad reputation in football. The poor this and poor that. So just to say, the worst discipline in football, based on what I've been reading on Follow, is that 12 yellow cards for one Motherwell player, Liam Donnelly. He's the worst in Scotland for yellow cards, followed by Alan Power for Kilmarnock, Lewis Ferguson for Aberdeen, and then Motherwell's Declan Gallagher. So there you go. So they've got two Motherwell players in the top. And when it comes to red cards, it's Hamilton, who's Jamie Hamilton. Strangely enough, he's got 3 red cards. And Alfredo Morelos is behind him with 2. So how come Morelos gets all the bad press? How come about his indiscipline or he's bad this and bad that? I don't understand it. There's a whole load of people with a whole load of clubs are worse disciplined than him, and they don't get not even a quarter of the bad press. I don't understand it. I don't.
But I'm assuming that question's rhetorical.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, you do. You're a clever boy.
Are you taking that, Smurf? First, or you want me to take it?
You go for it.
Right, okay. Here's the way I see it, bitch. I'm a simple man, as you know, yeah?
Yes.
You're not meant to agree with me.
Okay.
Right. And Morelos is our prize asset. And arguably our best player. Now, except JFK last week had a point. He's not been playing well, but he's still our best player. When Baxter wasn't playing well, he was still your best player, wasn't he? Yeah?
Of course.
You know, so Morelos is arguably our best player because he does the most difficult thing in football. Being a centre-half or being a full-back, that's easy. Being a midfield player or a striker, that's where the good players are playing.
Oh, when Bell your head. Midfield
I'm just giving you what all the experts tell you.
Okay, pal.
So Morelos has done particularly well. A young lad that's come in, we've got him relatively cheap, and he scored goals, and his price tag has grew and grew and grew. He's done it. He's done it particularly this season. He's in some fantastic games and fantastic goals on the European stage. So his stock's risen. He's become an internationalist. He's done okay there. So people are looking at him differently. He's been sent off for things similar to what Andy Halliday was sent off for. You think back to the Motherwell game, he waved to him, sent off. You think of the 2 bookings at Parkhead. There's no another player in Scotland who would get booked for the two things that day, or the 2 incidents in that game. A wee tap and a foul against Brown, and he could have argued, all right, he didn't help himself and he exaggerated his fall. Because I still do think he was falling because he ran out of steam that particular day. That'll be the first time he exaggerated. I just wish he'd hooked the ball in the net. We could have celebrated a 3-1 win. But so they went after him. They've done a job on him to affect 2 things: to affect the boy's confidence, to affect his well-being, to affect his happiness where he is, and also ultimately, I think they're trying to affect his economic value, mate. And they're trying to do a job on him personally. And I think some of it is tantamount, some of the press statements, because of what they picked on a 23-year-old boy who's came from the other side of the world is a total disgrace, mate. And I think that's the first time I've I've gave my views on the Morelos situation, and that's how I feel.
Here. I've said maybe not quite as articulately similar to that myself on here, where, you know, this boy, people forget this boy came to this massive institution. This is an enormous football club as a 21-year-old and a team struggling, trying to find its feet again. You know, weight of the world on his shoulders, made himself the focal point, scoring goals, banging goals in left, right and centre, showing all the fight and desire in the world, you know, where other teams take similar players and the manager will put an arm and say, right, you're doing well, but we'll take you out the team and out, because obviously they're going to recognise there's going to be a dip in form at some point. We couldn't afford to do that. And he's handled it all magnificently well. He's got a different culture, different footballing culture. You know, I think we should be grateful for his endeavours. And I also think everything you've said there is spot on. That's exactly the agenda. It's against him. And I think rather than Rangers fans clamouring for him to be sold or whatever, or get behind him, stick your shoulder under his arse and punt him up. You know what I mean? Let's get behind this guy. Let's support him, because when he's scoring the two headers like he did in Porto and, you know, Legia Warsaw getting the winner in the last minute and all this kind of thing, we're all hailing him. And now, you know, things aren't been going so good for him. There's people that are quick to castigate him and got short memories. This boy needs an arm round him, and every single Rangers fan out there should be backing this boy to the hilt.
I mean, I'm also...
Why do we try and change him, Ox?
That's a good question.
That's
a great question.
Did we as a club fall into the trap? He wasn't a violent player. He didn't go about sticking the nut in players or deliberately trying to hurt people. What he was a boy that played football and took no nonsense. And we as a club and our manager and backroom staff tried to change him. And I think that was a big mistake. And I think that's how we've not seen the best of Alfie since after Christmas. That is my opinion.
I've got a wee theory that we're so reliant on him that there's an agenda out against him and against the club that you've beautifully illustrated there. And we need to keep him on the pitch. So we need to censor him ourselves to keep him on the pitch so we can get more out of him. The failing is no having somebody of similar ilk that can come off the bench, challenge him to be better, A, and B, when he does have that wee drop in form, or he does get that suspension that you can put in there and is going to bang in goals. So he needs support. He needs support.
I think the Fox, if you think back to last season, the very first game of the season when he was sent off at Aberdeen and it was rescinded, the reason the incident happened is because he was assaulted by their centre-half.
Aye.
And the referee and the linesman chose to miss that.
But we try to change him because referees had a vendetta against the boy. That's all I can call it. And maybe he's not took kindly to people telling him he's playing the game wrongly. That's the way he's always played since he came to this country, and it was successful for the boy. As soon as we started, as a club as well, try to rein him in, I think he's just gied up the ghost and doesn't understand why. That's my opinion.
Can I say something on that? I don't think the club necessarily tried to rein him in. It's indiscipline, shall we say. We call it indiscipline. So yes, there's a point where they're trying to make him understand that he's better on the park than off. But there is an impact on that if you do it too severely. There would be an impact because you're taking away his freedom and what he likes to do. He likes to challenge hard because that's what he gets. He gets challenged hard.
That's it, Bridge. That's it. What you're saying is 100%. He's taking. He's not allowed. That's like you getting a belt in the jaw and somebody saying, but you're not allowed to hit him back.
They told me that a long time ago. You know, I get sent off so many times. Anyway, no, I mean it sincerely. I mean, I think what Fox is saying is right to a certain extent, but I think there's another part to it and another side. And I think it's just the press. That's what I think. And Rangers have been trying to avoid, maybe by poor PR, they've been trying to avoid negative press with Morelos involved in it. And instead of being able to fight them back for badness versus goodness, they've just allowed. I think they've just allowed the press to win by hook or by crook. And that's what I'm not being funny when I say that. And it's time we got. Hopefully, this young lad is going to come over and help us out from a PR perspective. He's maybe going to change that in a short space of time, make a difference. That's what we really need. I mean that sincerely. We really need it. I would like Morelos to stay. What I do need him to do is start to get himself back together again to where he was, and him do it voluntarily without anybody getting him into more discipline and discipline rather. We need him to pick himself up and go on with the job and do everything he needs to do.
I also accept that he's frustrated people at times, yeah. And people have felt like doing him with maybe coming back late for Columbia there when the manager gave up some leeway for the cup tie.
I have to agree with that.
Your manager's so honest, he just tells the truth, and I'm not going to ever fault with Stevie G for that. I think that's one he doesn't hide anything for anybody, and sometimes it's a failing, but it's part of his makeup, and we'll just have to deal with that as well. But Morelos at times has frustrated people, but I think when he's been on the park and he's been playing well, he's a handful, particularly in big games, real games of football. Even last week, we were playing against an excellent side, and they were concerned about Morelos with the way they watched him when they had the ball, and he helped get us back into that game in that second half with his endeavours. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest game. You could argue that he should have done better with a chance in the second half right in front of you, Bridge. He should have maybe, if he gets back across the goalkeeper, but it's an easy game when you're watching, isn't it?
Aye, as we understand that. And I think I've said it on record here, as far as I'm concerned, Morelos is the best player we've had at Ibrox in a long, long time. When he wants to play, you watch him and he pulls the ball in, he distributes the ball very well. Everything about his game is good, and that's the way it was. Sometimes you watched him the last couple of months and you wonder, is it the same person? Is he actually carrying a knock? You thought a million things about him. What's happened to his game? And I think at that last game there, you started to see wee bits of the Morelos game starting to come back together. Unfortunately, we'll get this COVID-19 that's going to cause us a lot of problems. But by that time, hopefully, all of our team will be on the same footing, fitness-wise, and ready to rock and roll. That's the only good part about this. And when we get started back, we should all be in the same footing, no injuries. That's
and there he goes. Another negative story broke about the boy Hadji. They absolutely no credence in it.
What's this?
A newspaper with a certain agenda-driven because of nothing to write. They write a negative story about the Rangers saying that the boy Hadji wants to go to Lazio.
Wow. Why are they doing that?
Why? I wonder why. Right, I want to take us back in time. Back in time again, Bridge.
Oh dear. That's frightening.
I want to take us back. 1978, Smurf.
Oh my God.
Aye.
Well, we're going. It was a good year for our club. We won the treble, but to win the treble, we had to win the League Cup. And the first final of the season was played at Hampden Park on this day, the 18th of the 3rd. Yeah.
Right.
And what was we were wanting at that time, 13 players, every one of them a Scotsman. Yep.
What, 1978 did you say?
Yes.
Good man.
Yeah, 1978. Managed by Jock Wallace. Do you want the lineup, or do you want to have a go at guessing it, Bridge?
Oh, jeez.
Aye, let's guess it.
Oh, jeez.
Right. If
you go first then. You guys go first.
If you get one wrong, Smurf, it's a tenner in, right?
Right, no bother.
Goalkeeper.
Just a tenner.
Aye, for every one you get wrong.
All right. So,
Goalkeeper.
I knew you were going to start. If we go to start with the keeper.
Yes.
Right, you go first then.
I put the fucking team in front of me, and it's going to be
Brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant.
Stuart.
Jim Stewart.
Aye.
Wrong. You're nearly right. Stuart Kennedy.
That's what I meant.
Oh, wow.
That's what I meant.
Oh, it's
come
worth what you
on.
like. I love it. 50% and you're correct.
Can we call it a fiver?
All right, I'll give you a fiver.
Love it.
Right.
Love it.
The back sort of, the back, pretty. You could get that. That's pretty
1978. Phew.
at that time.
Phew. The man that's got a stand. The man that's got a stand at Ibrox now.
Yeah, that's one of you, Sandy Jardine. Yep. Go on, Smurf. Next one.
Ham and egg.
What's that?
Ham and egg.
I'll give you that. John Gregg. Yes.
The great John Gregg. Absolutely.
Next one. I think it was the same year, mate. He had a fabulous tackle at Hampden against England.
Oh, right. I know who that is. He was called a cart horse. He was called a cart horse, meant to be a certain individual.
Come on, Bridge.
Tommy Docherty called him a cart horse.
Oh, for God's sake, Alec Brown, what are you doing? Come on, Bridgman. Come on.
George,
Oh,
did that help you?
give us a clue.
All right, he scored a tremendous winner.
Oh,
via
Tampa
about 40
side. Tampa side.
That's it.
The next one's sadly no longer with us. Great Nair.
Brown bomber.
Yes, Colin Jackson. The late, great Colin Jackson. Next player, it was his birthday yesterday, Bridge.
Oh.
Signed up for St Johnstone 1969, I think.
69.
Yes.
To St Johnson.
Yes.
To St Johnson. Let's
One
see.
of the Barcelona Bears. Managed
the
the
Bears.
Hearts.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Number eight.
McDonald.
Oh,
McDonald.
how'd you get out for that? Yeah.
I like McDonald. Manage the Hearts, yes.
The next one was he was a giant knot.
Are you talking about the wee Maisie winger?
Yes.
All right. I was going to say somebody else because around about that time there was 3 young boys that came into the team. But now you've said that, you'll be talking about Tommy McLean then.
Yes, Sam. Yes.
This is getting harder and harder, by the way, you lot.
The next one, I think his nickname, I don't know where it came from, was Dingy.
Dingy.
Aye, I think it was.
Oh my God. Dingy. I'm beat on that one, Oxyere. I'm beat on that one. Dingy.
If you cross the road at Motherwell, where would you end up?
Hamilton.
Well done. How'd you get that? Johnny Hamilton. Well done, Bridge.
Oh, am I right? Oh, for God's sake, I never knew it. I'm trying to think who Johnny Hamilton was. Other than Dingy, now that you told me, other than Dingy.
I think that was his nickname, but I don't know where
I
it
can't
came
think
from.
of him. I can't think
Right,
of him
the
at all.
front three were the two forwards, the two playing through the middle were fantastic that season, and the one of them is an absolute legend.
Right.
Dodgy pair.
I've
Oh, dodgy pair. Love it.
all right.
I've got it.
Is that so Cooper played, didn't he?
Cooper played and scored.
Aye, he did. Aye.
Well, the dodgy pair's Big DJ.
Correct. One to get, and he scored the winner.
Oh my God. So, give us a clue.
Smith must score.
Oh, Gordon Smith.
If you'd ever said that, I would have said I had in my head Bobby Russell played in that, but he never, obviously.
No, Bobby Russell came into the team. Oh, Walby was coming to join us. He'll be back in. So that was the Rangers team that day. Wait, I just give you it again with trying to spell out to two idiots who think they're Rangers supporters but know nothing. Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Stuart Kennedy, Sandy Jardine, John Gregg, Tom Forsyth, Colin Jackson, Alan McDonald, Tommy McLean, Johnny Hamilton, who I think I might have struggled to get. Honestly, I would have went for Bobby Russell as well. Derek Johnson, Gordon Smith, Davy Cooper, with substitutes Derek Parlane and Alec Miller, Bridge.
Alec Miller. Yeah. Things, when we were young, Alec Miller was even younger, if you follow what I mean. And he signed with the Rangers. It was just incredible. We used to play football. He used to join us off for football on a Sunday afternoon. Quite incredible. And then he took over.
319 games he played for their club.
He was a legend at Uppendrum Chapel, as far as Rangers fans were concerned. Brilliant. There's a pub up in Drum Chapel called the Peel. It was called the Orange Peel. I don't know if you remember it at all.
I do. I know very well.
He lived quite close to that, So a lot of the Gers fans used to see him out in the street and things like that, when they're going to the pub. That's where the Rangers bus left from. Oh my God. Get put off the road about 9 times.
And that was just you.
Oh dear.
Right, I wonder if Albert's coming back in to join us. The technical team we worked hard. Some great players in that team. First leg of the treble, 1978. The end of the first that season ended up the end of the Jock Wallace first year at Ibrox.
Yeah, if you think about Alec MacDonald and Tommy McLean, they were two of the best players that Scotland had produced, weren't they? They were really great players, to be honest. I thought they were smashing players. And yet you've still got the outshone by Davy Cooper, who, if you think about skill-wise, my goodness gracious, there wasn't very many had much Tanner type skills than he had. He was just wonderful to watch, just wonderful.
When you think of that team that played that day, a lot of people's Rangers 11, John Gregg would be in it. Maybe Sandy Jardine would be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would have Derek Johnson in it. Some people would Davy Cooper in it.
I'd have Jim Stewart in it.
Aye.
You rat.
That fiver, dude. I think I conned you a wee bit there, didn't I?
Aye.
So that team, fabulous. We arguably some of the greatest ever Rangers players playing in it ever.
There were some great players.
What you were saying earlier, like Morelos, like Alfie Renew, being our best player, he's no hitting form and whatnot. You're still your best player. There's two legends in that team. Greggy going on to manage Davy Cooper. I mean, he wouldn't even pick him. He'd be on the bench.
I don't think the relationship was the best,
No, but what I'm saying is, it's not always. Somebody's abilities not always commensurate to their form or whatever, and we sort of remember that. This is only a young boy we're dealing with. I know we're sort of jumping back to that, but everybody needs to get behind this boy and support him. And the board get a striker and somebody that can do the damage to give him a bit of support as well through the season, because that's what she's needing. Because if you keep censoring him the way he is, you're taking something to the essence of him out his game, and he's not the same player. Sometimes you just got to live with people's wee imperfections, because they far out what they're good at far outweighs the imperfections. You know what I mean? Just love them and support them, as best we can, and and don't lose the faith in them. That's my take on it anyway.
See if I can take that step forward, Oxter.
Well, I'd love you to take it a step forward,
right.
Bridge, but believe it or not, we've reached that time of the evening.
Okay, bud. Tomorrow night.
Aye, and I'll tell you what, we're only going for an hour at the moment because there's not a lot of news coming out of the club as such. Everything's in lockdown, so we'll always have stories to roll on and try and keep the show going. Well, we're dealing with all this coronavirus smurf.
Yeah.
Aye, absolutely. It's people's health is our wealth.
Yep, you're right, mate. So it's over to you, Bridgeman.
What can I say? I hope that everybody takes cognizance of what you've been saying and they keep safe and follow whatever instructions there are to the best of their abilities and keep healthy. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, another great night. Can I just say, please keep it going for the Rangers, every single one of us. We need to keep it going. because the Rangers really need us now. They really need us. Keep it going.
Here, and congratulations to Skipper, who swapped 4 tins of beans for a bottle of Dom Perignon champagne. Well done, Skipper. Proud of you, son. Can I thank everybody who phoned in tonight? Can I thank everybody for listening? Thank everybody for taking part in the lobby. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 10 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Fox. An old school boy.
Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. Well, the legends come and the legends go, but Rangers live on just the same. For a new one's born when the blue shirts won, and we all remember the name. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. And there is no doubt what we're all about when we face the world and say, bring it on some more, 'cause you know for